How you guys doing today? Are you sleeping well? Just checking up on you guys, just trying to see what's going on over here. Hey sis, thank you for coming. How are you sleeping? Are you sleeping well? Let me know. I'll be waiting for your answer. Alright, so today I'm on day 27. I have three more days to go of my 30-day challenge. You sleeping well? Good. I'm glad. Good sleep. Are you drinking water? Because I've been drinking a lot of water. I've been going to the bathroom a lot too, which actually helps. Just woke up. Yeah, I did too. I just woke up, worked out, and now I'm doing my live. Gotta get it out the way because I got plans today. Hey, TT Torres 99. Well, my aunt. Thank you for coming. How are you sleeping? Are you sleeping well? Are you drinking water? Let me know in the comment below. Well, I just want to let you guys know that I'm on day 27 for those who are joining. I have 3 more days of my 30-day challenge, and I feel amazing. As you can see, energy is coming through the screen, and I'm so happy that I did this because I feel so much energized. I'm happy, a better mom, and my daughter is right here. She's with me, so she's always with me, which is great. Style by Leslie said, that's what I'm talking about. Keep up the good work. Yes. And if anybody want to give me some suggestions on my lives from when I'm done with my 30-day challenge, please let me know. That would be great. Give me something to do. Because I'm not too sure what I'm going to do after. Now that I have my lives into my schedule, that I'm doing my lives now, I need to do something else. So let me know in the comment section what I should do. Give me some suggestions. That would be great. And I'm really excited that I'm coming to my end of my 30-day challenge, but it's forcing me to do something else. So I've strictly been doing my ab workout, and I've been liking the results. I did that for a reason, mainly to see if 10 minutes can really do a change. And I've seen a change. It really can. It can do a lot of change for me. Well, for everybody else, depending on your focus area, it depends. But as little as 10 minutes can help you. You can see my energy. Do it in the morning, so it's better for you. You can burn off that weight during the rest of the day, and you get it out the way. So we're going to jump in. I'm going to continue with the 9 types of depression. But before I do that, I want to tell you about my goals. I want to help as many millennials as I can. That's basically in my age group. Skin is glowing. Thank you. Been drinking a lot of water. See, got my cool water right here. Just finished working out, so it feels so refreshing. Thank you. So I want to help as many millennials as I can dealing with depression, as well as parents that have a child or children dealing with depression, as well as a teacher or caregiver that works with teens who are struggling with depression. And anybody that comes into your mind as you watching this video, tell them about me. Because we're all in this together. We can help each other. And we're all our support system. Alright? Hey. Okay, we're going to jump right back in. So I'm going to continue the 9 types of different depressions. So I'm going to recap from my previous videos for some of you who's just joining. So number 1 will be major depression. Number 2 is persistent depression. Number 3 is manic depression or bipolar depression. Number 4 is depressive psychosis. And number 5 is was perineal depression, which is postpartum depression. At the end of the video, I'll go back and recap. It's okay. It's alright. It's okay. At the end of the video, I'm going to go back and recap from the beginning. But I just want to continue for number 6. So it's called premenstrual dysphoric depression, or PMDD. I'm going to refer it as PMDD because it's a long name. So that's premenstrual dysphoric disorder. So it's a severe form of premenstrual syndrome, or PMS. So they can take both physical and psychological symptoms. So example would be some women might feel more emotional in the days leading up to their period. I know that, I'm definitely dealing with that right now since I am on my cycle, and I do get a little more emotional than normal when my period is coming. So that's how I know my period is coming. And then some people with PMDD, remember, premenstrual dysphoric disorder, so PMDD, might experience a level of depression and sadness that can get in the way of their everyday today. So when they're on that, well, I want to say on their period, but when they have the PMDD, getting out the bed, doing dishes, laundry can be a struggle for them because they're in a depressive state and they're really sad. So some symptoms include cramps, bloating, and breast tenderness, normal cycle, as well as headaches, joint and muscle pain, sadness and despair, irritability and anger, food cravings or binge eating, as well as panic attacks or anxiety, lack of energy, trouble focusing, and sleep problems. That's why I ask everybody how they sleeping. Hey, the Savvy Mom, thank you for joining as always. So sleep problems, that can be harsh when you're not sleeping at night. Your day the next day can be tough. So you got all that stuff going on, and then you're tired. So you're exhausted. So that's some symptoms for PMDD. So this is similar to postpartum depression, and is to believe that there is related to hormonal changes. It's okay, baby. It's all right. It's okay. She's right here next to me. I'm rocking her, doing my normal multitasking. So symptoms can often begin just after ovulation and start the ease upon when they get their period. Some women dismiss PMDD as a base of PMS, so just having their period cycle, but it's much more severe. But PMDD can become severe and can also include thoughts of suicide. That's more on the extreme side. But people who has PMDD is more than just being on their cycle. They have all these other stuff going on, and plus sleep is more really important. They can't sleep at times. And I'm not saying everyone who has PMDD can't sleep, but it's also a symptom. So our next one will be seasonal depression. I know for right now the winter is coming, so seasonal depression is really on its high right now. So it's also called seasonal affective disorder, and is clinically known as major depressive disorder with seasonal pattern. So basically, depression related to certain seasons, like changing in winter to summer to fall, all of that. Mainly for the winter and summer, because the summer months, you gotta get your body right. Some people may not feel comfortable, so they don't want to go out. And then winter time, they miss the summertime. So then it's like being indoors, being indoors, especially with the whole pandemic, and it's coming back around. So all can add to seasonal depression. So symptoms can begin in the fall as days start to get short. So no more summertime. So days get shorter. You get the days get shorter. It gets dark earlier, and most people know that's a sign of winter. Like, oh man, I can't even do what I need to do. 5 o'clock is already getting dark. So all that's already depression coming in, and it continued through the winter months. So symptoms include social withdrawal, especially if someone who's been very social. They withdraw from their friends, don't want to go to any family functions. They just withdrawing socially, or not even going on social media posting. They just, don't want to be involved in anything. So increase the need for sleep. So especially when winter comes, a lot of people are in a hibernation. So they eat and then sleep, eat and sleep. So now they want to sleep more and more and more. So that's all involved with seasonal depression. And some people might even touch base upon it just a little bit because of the switch in seasons. Because in the, the brain sometimes like, oh man, I used to be able to do this, go out and swim, now I can't. Especially on the East Coast. Depending on where you are, in the West Coast is a little different because you don't really have that many season changes. But we have all 4 seasons. So when we have all 4 seasons, more people go through the seasonal depression. So increase the need for sleep, like I said before. Weight gain. So you're eating more, you're in the house, so you're gaining more weight. That's the hibernation. And as well as daily feelings of sadness, hopelessness, and unworthiness. All that added together, that's seasonal depression. And I feel like I might have touched a base upon it even as well because of the change and from summer to winter. So just because some people might have some type of symptoms don't mean you actually have seasonal depression. Always talk to your doctor. It's always great. And if you need some medications, talk to your doctor. So seasonal depression may get worse as the season progresses and can lead to suicidal thoughts. That's on the extreme side. But it can happen. Once spring rolls around, symptoms tend to improve. Why? It's summer, you can go outside more, go swimming, you can be more active, hiking. I know some people like hiking, biking. You can do a lot more stuff compared to in the wintertime. You're stuck at home, it's cold, it's snowing. So that's why I encourage people during the winter months, try to go to the gym if you can. But I know the pandemic is, so we got to go to the gym at our house. Try to keep active, especially since you're being active in the summer. Then winter comes, you're not active. And it's hard to get the ball rolling. The Money Savvy Mom said, I love the sunshine and I swear it gives me energy. It does. That vitamin D is really great for you. That vitamin D, you only need like 5 or 10 minutes because we don't want you in the sun too much. That's not good either. But that vitamin D is really great. It gets you moving. And when the winter comes, you're not outside as much, so you don't get that vitamin D. So maybe try to go travel. I wish I could, but I know with the pandemic, it's kind of hard right now. So we just gotta figure stuff out. When the winter comes, we gotta figure stuff out. Try to keep ourselves active. Whatever we have to do, turn the house into a gym. You still gotta be active, especially if you've been active during the summer months. Okay, situational depression, also known as adjustment disorder with depressive mood, looks like major depression. So situations like death of a loved one, a serious illness or other life-threatening event, going through a divorce or child custody issues. That's very tough. It's very strenuous on your body and emotionally. Being in an emotional or physical abusive relationship. Being unemployed, especially with the whole pandemic. A lot of people are losing their jobs or they're not getting hired back. So all of that situational depression is sitting in for a lot of people. Or facing serious financial difficulties, not being able to pay your bills. What are you going to eat? Like all that. It's tough. It is tough, especially during this time. I know a lot of people might be dealing with situational depression because it's depending on the situation that someone has. And lastly, facing extensive legal troubles. If you get in trouble with the law, it's tough. It is tough, especially if you're going to go to jail. So it's tough. It is normal to feel sad and anxious during events like this, even to withdraw from others. But situational depression happens when when these feelings start to feel out of proportion. So especially when it's like you're feeling up and down, being triggered with events and even interfere with your daily life. So when your situation, you can't move, you can't function, that's when it's tough for you. Try to speak to your doctor if you can. Get some help. Speak to a therapist so they can help you. You don't have to go through this alone. Even though you have a situation, if something happened to you, it is okay to get some help. It's nothing wrong. You will feel so much better. And then you also have someone else looking out for you They might call you, oh, hey, I found this out. Or, for another job, if you having financial difficulties, someone can call you like, okay, I saw this ad. You don't have to go through it alone. Don't hide. Don't hide. With this whole pandemic, I know a lot of people been more open about their situation. So just ask for help. There's nothing wrong with that. So situational depression symptoms tend to start within 3 months of the event. So this can include frequent crying. Some people may understand, why am I crying so much? Why? It could be because of something happened. Sadness and hopelessness, anxiety, appetite change. Appetite change usually, I did mention in my other previous videos, appetite change tends to be a common symptom. Difficulty sleeping. You're up at night. You can't sleep because your mind's going. I can't sleep. Going this because you got to think about this. Got to think about that. So can't sleep. Aches and pains. And you can't explain, why am I in pain? Well, I didn't do this. Why does this hurt? Aches and pains. Lack of energy and fatigue. Inability to concentrate or social withdrawal. Again, especially if you're a social person and you don't want to be bothered with nobody. That's a big change. A big change. So that's all for situational depression. My last one is atypical depression, which refers to depression that temporarily goes away in response to a positive event. Meaning, it is unusual or rare. It doesn't mean that more or less serious in other types of depression. So basically, a typical depression don't mean, well, there's other serious or less. That's just basically what they're saying. And this is also from the Healthline. Just want to let you guys know. All this information is from the Healthline. So atypical depression, you might not always seem depressed to others or yourself. Sometimes, you can be looking fine. You feel fine. People looking at you like, oh, she's doing great. But you don't really know. And the person might not even know they're going through depression as well. So it can happen during an episode of major depression and can occur with persistent depression. So symptoms can include increased appetite. When you're eating too much and you're not eating enough, that's a change. That's not good. Something's going on. Even weight gain. Don't know why you're gaining weight. Maybe because you're eating too much. Why are you eating too much? This is all a process. It's all stepping stones to get to what's going on. The poor body image. Poor body image is also another symptom. Sleeping too much than usual. Oversleeping is not good. You don't need so much sleep. When you get too much sleep, you feel tired after you wake up. Because I know sometimes when I oversleep, I don't feel like I can do much. Then you're like sluggish through the whole day. You wasted the whole day. So sleeping too much is not good either. Insomnia, not being able to sleep at all. Heaviness in your arms or legs that lasts more than an hour or a day. Feelings of rejection or sensitivity to criticism. And assorted aches and pains. It's okay. It's alright. So all this are symptoms. All this are symptoms that people might be going through. And this is also a list. People might be going through other stuff. It's just a list. So if you're feeling if you having these type of symptoms, always talk to your doctor. I'm going to keep saying this. I'm going to keep always saying this. So I have some suggestions for you guys. If you think you might be feeling this type of depression, like I said before, go talk to your doctor. Because I'm just listing this stuff. This is just information. The Savvy Mom said, Leah, this is good information. Thank you. This is good information. Thank you so much. I just want to let people know there's different types of depression. There's 9 types. I had to break it down into 2 videos. There's 9 types of different depression. So someone could be going through this. Someone could be going through 2 types, multiple types. So don't try to self-diagnose yourself. Talk to your doctor. If you need to see a psychologist or a psychiatrist, you need some medication, do whatever you can do. But don't go through alone. If you have never felt depressed before and start Well, start with your primary doctor, like I said before, and be honest with them. Don't say, "Oh, I'm kind of feel this way," because they may not know. Tell them, what are you feeling? Be honest with them, because they cannot help you if they don't know. That's their job. They're your doctor. If you cannot be honest with your doctor, then maybe you need to change doctors. I'm just suggesting. Don't come after me. But if you can't be honest with your doctor's there to help you, regardless of what's going on. Aches and pains, all that stuff. They're going to want to ask more questions so they can refer you to the right person. And the last, there's actually more. So the third one, if you have had previous depression before, and you might think it might be happening again, see a psychiatrist and other mental health professional right away. So if you don't want to go see a doctor, at least try to see a mental health professional. They will know, especially if you're going through depression. They will know. So it's okay. 1 second, guys. It's alright. She's getting a little sleepy. So a conversation with your doctor might be, this is just an example that Healthline gave. So tell them everything. When you first notice a symptom or a feeling, it's alright. It's okay. When you first notice a symptom or feeling, tell them how has been affected your every day-to-day life. Like, say for instance, I'm not able to do such and such anymore because I used to do this, but I can't do it no more because of why. Tell them. Any other mental health conditions that you had, tell them. Any information about history that you have for mental illness, tell them. Even if it's in your family line, tell them. And also any prescription over-the-counter medications you take, including supplements and herbs, can also counteract with everything. So tell your doctor. So those are just a list when you talk to your doctor what's going on with you. Just tell your doctor everything. Literally, point A to point B, everything. They need to know so they can help you. And I also have my fifth one will be the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Is 800-273-8255. If you're feeling any way, call that line. So I'm going to recap. This is a lot. I know I told you guys a lot of stuff, but a recap. So number 1, this is of the 9 different types. Major depression affects 16.2 million people. It affects 16.2 million people in the U.S. Persistent depression is number 2. It's depression that lasts for 2 years or more. Manic depression is number 3, or bipolar depression is feelings of very happy and then sad. So they're alternating. I'm feeling happy, but I'm really sad. So those two is the bipolar depression, or bipolar disorder, I would say. Number 4, depressive psychosis. It's alright. Depressive psychosis is involving hallucinations and delusions. Some people with major depression also go through periods of losing touch of reality. Sorry guys, I need some water. Gotta rehydrate. So some people with major depression also go through periods of losing touch of reality. So this is depressive psychosis. Number 5, postpartum depression. It occurs during pregnancy or within 4 weeks of childbirth. A person will go through hormonal changes that happen during pregnancy and childbirth that can trigger changes in the brain. So the brain triggers, and then it have mood swings. All mood swings. Like I said before, I might have touched the base upon a little bit of postpartum depression. Right now I'm feeling a whole lot better, so I really can't tell you how long it lasted. But I noticed that after I had my child, my brain was not the same. I'm just like, whoa. You lose so much blood, number 1. And then your body is trying to get back. So your stomach's trying to get back, and then you're bleeding, and then you're thinking like, man, I feel off. And also the nurse told me not to look down, and I wondered why. So I did a little test. I'm talking about right after, and you do feel dizzy. So it's like your brain is going through so much. It's trying to incorporate, trying to get back to the normal you, and it really does take time. I'm talking about months. I'm 9 months postpartum. So right now I've been feeling a whole lot better. And sorry guys, making sure my daughter is good. And my brain is so slowly getting back. I can tell, I can remember stuff. I used to have trouble memory. People would text me sometimes like, how you doing? I'm like, you text me? Like, yeah, I texted you a long time ago. I called you. I'm like, when? Check my phone, they did. And I'm just like, oh, I don't remember. So just gotta be patient with yourself. You gotta be patient, especially after having a child. You really have to be patient. So number 6 will be the PMDD, which is premenstrual dysphoric disorder. Like I said before, if someone with PMDD might experience a level of depression and sadness that will get in the way of their everyday to-day function. Number 7, seasonal depression, especially when the winter to summer months. Depression that is related to seasons. The symptoms begin in the fall days and start to as the days start shorten. Situational depression, when events happen in someone's life, they get depressed, like loss of loved one. And lastly, the atypical depression, which refers to depression that temporarily goes away in response to positive events. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. You sleepy. You sleepy. So with atypical depression, you might not always seem depressed, like I said before. And this can happen during an episode of major depression, and it can occur with persistent depression. So I know I said a lot of stuff, and I wanted everybody to know about the different types of depression since I've been talking about my depression. It's all right. It's okay. Mommy's almost done. I'm almost done. So when I talk about depression, like I could be going through number one, any one of those that I've listed before. And anybody that you know could be going through them too. So just don't narrow depression because it's really broad. It's really broad. So I'm going to talk to you for my next video because she getting a little rowdy. How can you help somebody with depression? So thank you for everyone who's joining. And I wanted to give you all the information that I can about depression. What you talking about? What you talking about? Huh? You want me to go? Okay. And thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to Wealth Informer. I'm about to end the video, but thank you for coming. And I was going to tell you guys for the Wealth Informer, basically, who just coming in. My next video, I'm going to talk to you about how you can help somebody with depression. And then I'm going to say for my next one after that, what not to do if someone's dealing with depression. I got to get that out. Thank you for joining. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.